cerebral palsy growing up. Most people don't know that, but it doesn't matter. I'm walking straighter than I used to, and that's what matters. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So,
Yes.
we have a lot to talk about tonight. We need you to be your most honest and vulnerable, to let go. Everybody's watching. You have about 4,100 people watching. This is the most we've had so far. Apparently, the energy is out the roof. Guys, we need you to be honest and up forward and upfront about all your emotions and your feelings and be able to articulate yourself. Remember, this is not for you. It's not about you. It's about humanity. This is the moment. We don't believe. How did you meet Zoka?
So it's interesting. When I first met Zoka, it was actually on Instagram, and her profile was interesting because she didn't have a picture of herself. It was a picture of a natal chart. I was like, what? That's kind of cool though. And I started messaging her, asking her like, what's up with her chart? Like, what is that? I was interested. And that's actually where we began talking. It was actually way back in Palenque, like a couple months after I had came. And she disappeared. Just disappeared. I'm like, okay. She was just a no-face Zoka, named Zoka. And I was interested. And she disappeared for months. She resurfaced. And when she resurfaced, she had more pictures. And I was like, wow, she's beautiful. This random person is actually beautiful. She showed up again on Instagram. Her internet presence came back. And I began to message her like, yo, where'd you go? You fell off the knowledge. What happened? You fell off. And, there was really no excuse. She just said what she said. I don't remember. Then she went live with Chief. And Chief actually had gave her an astrology reading live and showed how much masculine energy, how much of a warrior spirit she really had because of certain placements. I had no idea that was her. I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
So she's been this mysterious entity for the first year and a half at least. Master Pice, Master Caliber, and myself had all seen her when she reemerged for the third time. And we made an agreement. We're like, all right, you're talking to her, I'm talking to her, and you're trying to talk to her.
Nobody was talking to me.
They said they wanted to message you because we had pictures of this time. And she looked beautiful. And this was really funny. I called a meeting with the three of us, and we sat there in the living room in Palenque. And I remember I said, look, we're not about to play no games. We're going to let no women confuse us. Who's going to talk to her? Who's going to do it? That's Spice said, I want to do it. That's Captain, I want to do it. I said, well, I want to do it too. And they both slowly backed out. She was like, well, I guess you could do it. Oh, I guess you could do it too. And I'm like, no, I'm not backing out. I want to talk to you.
So is that a surprise to you?
No.
You didn't know that information?
No, I knew that. He always does this.
And yeah. Disappears. She disappears. Literally, when we're in Panama, we fast forward everything. We go all the way to Panama. My chief is doing a couple lives, and he's getting wives. And one of them was beautiful, fluffy hair. I didn't know it was her in the picture. She was like, look at her. Look, she showed look at this girl. This one of the girls. I'm like, wow, she's beautiful. That's crazy. I made no connection. We did another live, and in this next live, Chief pulled me on the couch to sit next to him and do the live with him. And I saw the name Zoka show up in the room. I'm like, Zoka, where you been? Where'd you go? What happened to you? You fell off. What happened to you, Zoka? What? And then you're messaging back in the live chat. And I'm like, yo, DM me, hit me up. Whole time I had no idea this is the girl Chief showed me a picture of. No idea. She messages me and I find out it's the same girl.
Yeah, I didn't know she showed you a picture.
Same girl. It was your WhatsApp profile picture. Curly hair with the white t-shirt. And yeah.
You've been in the store.
How?
Yeah, right, man. Just picked up in the case. Present.
I'm marrying you.
So proceeded to do her chart, and this is when it started to get serious. She didn't fall off this time. She kept responding. She kept talking back, and we just kept building and building. And I went through her entire chart with her, like every night for a while. I gave her a lot of my time and energy early, and I went through her whole chart with her, and I broke down her whole life path and destiny, what she's going to go through, things like that. And sure enough, it's happening. But that is where our bond really started to get formed. We started playing Blueface together, doing California things on live video, and going live together.
You guys are both from Cali.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, where were you guys from?
I hail from San Diego, California.
I'm from Long Beach, California.
And, so yes, things started to get more serious this time. And I remember all of the men were talking about wives, and everybody was talking about wives at this time. And it's like, yo, I got mine. I found one. We kept building. And that's how I met her. And that's how it transpired. From there, she shows up. And then I could talk about the first day I met you. I could talk about a couple things from there. That should answer the question of how I met Zoka. It only gets deeper from there.
What do you remember?
I remember Solar always being there, just giving the knowledge. He was always speaking and teaching. Whenever I talked to him on the phone, it was a perfect study guide for me to understand deeper. Like it was slow down the knowledge because you can watch the 5 Sciences on YouTube and grasp it, but the execution of leaving Babylon, I feel like he was an angel to help me follow out what I said I was going to do.
That's what I was saying. Oh man, it's getting hot.
It's them in the kitchen. They're cooking.
I think that's symbolic of this situation because the heat level has risen. It's very intense right now in this moment. If you don't know what it feels like in this room, it's very intense. Very intense.
It is.
It's hot.
It's hot.
All right, guys. So, all right, guys. So
what she was saying was, I played as an angel.
okay, you right.
Yeah, to you and your knowledge because it was
Who?
to Baba G.
Excuse me. I gotta remind
This
all
is
the
Doctor.
couples. This is I'm Dr. Bishop.
Yes,
I've seen all these
Not Babaji.
They do this all the time.
A lot of times people want to confuse me with their, with some of the opponents or components in their reality or subconscious, and I'm just not that guy, but it's okay. Sometimes you can use me for that.
Okay.
They just project.
Yeah.
You know what? We can use it.
You can use me as an instrument, but I'm Dr. Charles Bishop.
Why
All right.
Charles? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's my mother. Okay, my mom and dad named me Charles. I'm Charles Bishop. I have a PhD in psychology. I graduated from Emory University. I have a wife, Louise Bishop. We have 3 children, 2 sons and 1 daughter. Yeah. This is not about me though. I just want to get you guys equipped with who I am. All right.
Okay.
Brief introduction.
All right.
Okay. So I'm not Baba G. All right. I got Baba G on speed dial, but I'm not Baba G. All right. All right. Moving forward.
Angel.
Yeah, like he was my angel, my guide to help me come to the kingdom. Deeper understanding. It was like a tutor, basically. That's how I can understand him as a tutor for me to understand knowledge deeper and not have any confusion, ask any questions. Even when I was supposed to come the first time and I didn't come, he helped me that time. Like, yeah, I was supposed to come one in October, and I didn't end up coming because I was having like, no. I was getting flipped back, and I had therapy, and I was seeing everything as what it was again, and then I was like, called him up, and he helped me again. He's very much an angel.
I pulled all the knowledge out on that conversation. I remember we were actually in the city to pick her up, and she had called and said that she bailed, and I'm like, what? I went all in. She got back on track.
Wow. So you wind up coming. And let's talk about that.
So when I first came, we were in they picked me up. We went to the house. It was like late at night, but we had a long drive that day. I was able to see Panama the whole time, and I was just in awe. So we went to the house, the entrance. I remember feeling the frequency shifts of coming into Babaji's field and coming through the nature and seeing him come downstairs. We all got out. Everybody was lined up. He came downstairs. I was like, oh, like I'm really here. I'll never forget that moment. And I was seeing
we all remember that moment. Any guys? I remember it because I was watching. You know? But you came in. Yes,
you were on the line.
I was there. I've seen the whole journey, actually.
That's good. You have a good perspective.
Yeah. That's why I took this job to help out. All right. So you came in.
And then immediately we had met with the girls, and then G was like, we need a meeting. So we went upstairs into the creative art space, and G was like, Zoka's too powerful for Solar. I don't think you guys should be together. There's something.
Who said that?
Babaji, he was just picking
Babaji said that Zoka was too powerful for Solar.
Yes.
That she belongs with him.
Yes.
Why?
It's because of my energy and how I was and the attention I brought from the numbers of the live, and then just talking about my presence online with speaking the knowledge.
So right away, Babaji's like, she has to be with me.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
I remember this is probably the first time I ever argued with Babaji. Now let me tell you this. The way that Babaji's disciples look at him is just like, this is my higher self. Mm-hmm. He knows all the answers that I'm looking for. He knows where I want to be, and he knows how to get there. Mm-hmm. So why would you argue with this? This is the first time I caught myself ever arguing with Babaji. And I remember I sat there, I'm like, nah, I love her. Nah. I feel that, and that's right, and that's true. She should be with you, but I love her. I love it.
So Babaji says, listen, this is my wife. I'm taking Zoka. And you're like, hell no.
Yeah. And there's more to it.
Let's talk about it.
There was more to it in a sense that what a topic was that it's bigger than me. Mm-hmm. You know, and I have to make decisions for the collective. And I may not always know what's going on in the moment. And when you look at relationships, this is what Babaji teaches us. He's an amazing teacher. The Most High Chief Babaji teaches us that relationships are big business. Mm-hmm. And a relationship, you can see it on my Instagram, it's a recent post. Mm-hmm. A relationship without purpose isn't real. Mm-hmm. And so what Chief had introduced in the moment was a purpose of how he could utilize Zoka in that moment. And it was like,
what was he saying? Like, what was the reason why?
Oh, well, you know, let's just go ahead.
I really don't. I want to know.
Oh, trust me. You've seen the whole journey.
I wasn't
devil. It was the Velvet Devil.
Because of Velvet.
We were in a war with the Velvet Devil.
What was going on with Velvet at the time?
She was attempting to take all of the energy that we had towards the message to her and her running away from herself.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, well, how can we counteract this? Mm-hmm.
What was she doing at the time?
She had just left, kidnapped, took Princess away from her family. And, she was just out there running from herself, the usual. Oh, yeah, and, she was with Olmec at that time. So it was taking a lot of attention. It was putting a lot of attention towards her.
So it was, when Zoka came in, she
had
counteracted the attention and took it off of Velvet and Olmec. And it was like Zoka was there.
Yeah, and it worked. And that's the crazy part.
Zoka's energy counteracted Velvet's.
The term, I believe, is hot toddy. The term, I believe, is hot toddy. And y'all know. Do I need to say?
Can we ask Baba G something here in this moment?
I would like that.
Baba G. Yeah,
Baba G, we need Baba G.
He was
We
there.
need Baba G. You heard.
I said, hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
I said, hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
Alright, so
I
let me handle this right here, son. Look, when Zoka came in, I was like, damn, I didn't know she was that bad.
Oh yeah.
Zoka, I seen the video.
We do.
We seen the video. I did not know Zoka was that bad.
Yeah.
She came in looking like a stallion, Italian, carrying alien with the stallion. With the side of that, you know what I mean?
Side of ooh.
With that, you know what I mean?
A little bit of ooh on it.
With a ooh.
A little bit of ooh on it.
Politically, what we was going through.
Oh my God.
Her energy, when it came in, I immediately seen her shift the tension from Velvet. And Velvet always knows how to take the attention. She always knows how to steal my power and make everybody look at her. When Zoka came in, it was clear that Zoka had an energy about her that would be beneficial to me.
Yeah.
So at the time, I know y'all was hot for each other, but I was like, I need Zoka. I need to hold that. I need that because right now, she distracted my shit. But Zoka coming in as my wife really calmed everything down. Nobody was paying attention to Velvet. Gone.
No Velvet.
Zoka, it was like Velvet never even existed because of Zoka coming in. Just straight. And I needed to utilize Zoka because Zoka was a powerful element that came in that shifted the culture.
That's a fact.
And I told Solo, I'm like, yo, Zoka, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that. I know y'all hot for each other, but I need that.
I remember.
And then I brought a meeting up with y'all. I'm like, yo, son, I need Zoka. I need it.
I wasn't getting it at
Because
first.
you didn't hear me. I'm like, yo, son, Zoka is powerful beyond measure. Zoka's more powerful than Velvet. If we really take her there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, she got that potential. And you was like, I love her. I want to be with her. I'm like, nah, nigga, I need her.
Yeah.
So you like, yo. I said, listen, Zoka is your queen, my nigga. And I meant that as she's going to be the queen of carbonation right now. I need her here.
Yeah.
I need to utilize her. And you was like, damn. And she wanted you too.
Yeah.
But she was stuck in between being queen
Purpose
and desire, like being your girl.
Yeah.
She wanted the power. She felt the, am I right? Like,
I knew it.
she wanted
knew
it.
Like,
Zoka wanted that position. She wanted it, but she also wanted you. And I was telling her, like, listen, y'all shouldn't be together, man. I'm telling you, you should be right here in Velvet's position.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. Right?
You did that.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said, yo,
Facts.
y'all should not, I'm trying to tell you, son, let her be here with the girls. Let me utilize that energy for carbonation, for the message, for the betterment for everybody. I'm gonna utilize that energy.
Yep.
He was like, man, I wanna be with her.
I resisted for a minute. I did resist for a minute, but I understood.
I just had to tell that part.
Yeah, we actually ended up talking again after that meeting. We had another little meeting.
I'm gonna give it back to the doc.
All right, hey, I was thankful you showed up.
Thank you so much. All right. Baba G. All right. We're back. Okay, so we got that part. All right, so here we are.
Yep. And so this happened. It happened.
Joker comes in.
Yeah.
She's being pruned for the leadership position.
Yep.
What's going on in your mind, though?
I'm like, what is this? This is not like, I would feel like I was in totally in a new dimension because listen, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to
The attention?
all the attention, but I was in Babylon, but it was kind of slick because I have a Virgo ascendant. So it comes and then I close it off, or it closes off itself. So it was very different, but it felt like me. It didn't feel like it was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It felt comfortable, even though it was never known.
So what happens?
So I was being chiefess. I was playing the role as chiefess.
Okay, so you... This is an intense meeting here, guys. I think I'm gonna let Baba G come on and get this one last one. I think I'll need to let Baba G back in.
He knows as well. He knows as well.
All right, I'm gonna let Baba.
Cancer moon.
I said, hey yo.
Hey yo.
All right. Zoe was fronting on me.
Okay.
I was trying to explain to her why the move was good. Like, yo, shorty, look, you can be this. Right? Because Vel was trying to steal my energy, steal my daughter. I'm like, yo, fuck that.
It was wartime.
Shorty came in, it was war. I was like, yo, wow. I did not know Zoka had the it factor. When she got on camera, everybody stopped. And it's every now and then you meet someone that got that it factor. Just because a girl's pretty, that don't mean nothing. A girl could be pretty, but she ain't got that it factor. Zoka has the it factor. You heard? So I was like, yo, son. Zoka got it. She got it. I didn't know she had it. So she got it. And everything shut down because of Zoka. I'm like, wow. Everybody loves Zoka. Really.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I got to utilize this. I have to utilize this energy. The universe sent this to me. I need to utilize this. Zoka was fronting on me. She's like, nah, you older. You look like you could be my dad and shit. I was like, damn, I took a photo shoot with her. I took her to the river.
That was a dope photo shoot.
Beautiful.
That was a dope photo shoot. And the dance she did, that was hard.
All the other wives was trying to convince her to be with me. Like, you need to be there. Like, she was like, y'all crazy. Nah. She's too old for me.
But she was good.
Yeah,
Remember me? I was trying to talking to you. I was sitting down trying to explain how this shit worked and everything. I'm like, look, shorty. You need to get pruned into being. She like, I really like solar. I'm like, all right, I'm telling you. Like, she like, so look.
Oh my gosh.
We had sex. And we did it. So I did it into it. She did not want at first, but then quarter in the shower and then boom, boom, boom. She come out of the shower, she's like, wow, I did not know it was gonna be that good. She was surprised.
Yeah.
Right? Surprised. And then, but she still was, you know what I'm saying? Even though I gave her the best joint I had, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let her get the thing, you know what I mean? So I did it and she was like, and the girls was like, they was looking at her like, really? She's like, well, tell her. Like,
I was like, girl, why you don't tell me? It was like that. Like, they was like, oh, we tried to tell you. I was kind of like, all like,
and then Velvet came back.
that part.
That's what did it all. After Velvet, she had accepted it, right? She was like, after that time, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna be with Baba.
We was all on board.
That was it. Like,
everybody was on board.
As soon as I smacked, she was like, yo, I'm gonna be them. So then Devil came back. I had to let everything go. So it was like, it was y'all time then. I had to let it go. Devil coming back. Boom.
That door again.
Y'all went together.
Yep.
Talk about it.
Oja tried. Oja tried playing hard. That shit had purpose to it.
Oh my
That shit
God.
had purpose to it. I worked hard on that. But
You just did
yeah.
a video.
But I did the work behind the tribe, the name, and the purpose. That shit had meaning to it. I had a whole fucking rap, all that shit for that. But look. So look.
You trying to like.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
If y'all never seen the video, we made a
Hey, yo.
whole
That
commercial.
was a
We
good
made
video.
a whole
though.
commercial. What you
That
talking
was
about?
a good video. It was a good video.
I know it was a good video. I put energy into that.
It was.
Yeah. So yeah, he was like, this looks like a TV show. What is this? Yeah. So what happened was we got together, and our sexual chemistry is out the roof. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, but we gotta talk about that first time.
that's what I was about to do.
Okay,
I was about to
go
do.
ahead.
Actually, when we picked her up from the airport.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, that's what I was about to talk about. Because that's when I really realized the depths that I go with you is like it was one of the most difficult things to resist in my life.
Man.
I met her, we picked her up from the airport, it's just me and her. We're going through her stuff in the Airbnb we had. We're gonna go back to the house the next day. And I'm like, yo, you got my book. Out of any book you could have brought, you brought the book that woke me up into spirituality. Limited edition. I've never seen that book anywhere else in the world.
It was a chakras book.
Chakras, a guide to chakras, limited edition. She had that shit. Limited edition. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? And this is when I really realized, like, oh, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be a journey. We did everything, damn near everything, but actually like have sex how you would look at it. We was getting as close as possible. No, she didn't. She didn't. We didn't. Because we knew we're like, no, wait. But it was so much resistance. We're like right there. We on the edge.
That's true.
I was up all night. I watched her sleep. She slept. She went to sleep and everything, and I was just up all night like, yo. Wow. This is crazy. And I messaged Chief. I was like, yo, Chief. Like, yeah, Bobby, you know. I was messaging Bobby. I'm like, yo. You the one, Chief. She the one. And you're like, I remember he was like, do you feel warmth in your heart? I'm like, yes. And he's like,
is it warmth in your balls? Yes.
Yeah, he's like, did you guys have sex? I'm like, no. We might as well have type deal. It's like, yeah, the seeds we planted type deal. Like, the idea of us being a thing was like already planted then and there. And I'm just saying that to let you know the magnetism. Because when she came to me, when Velvet came, Velvet Devil returned, and the women went back to their husbands.
The tribes.
We made them into tribes. What happened was I was accepting that with full open arms. Come here, because you could say what you want to say. I believed and I felt like she was mine. She was mine, and no matter what was going on or how it played out, I believed she was mine. When she came back, I was completely accepting of that. Completely. And I was very good at first. I was militant. I had an attitude. I made her get up, stand outside at attention, do squats. I was working her at first. I started getting soft over time, but you know what I mean? With her, it was like powerful. So powerful. Having her around is like, she really like my best friend. She understands me on a subconscious level. She understands me without words. So this is something that is unspoken. It's something that's unspoken. How do you fight something like that? How do you push something? How do you numb something like that? And I had to kill her before she came back. When she was in chief's position, I had to literally kill her in my mind. Like literally, I had to kill her. You can ask
She resurrected.
You can ask Master Price. I damn near cried. I damn near cried downstairs. I'm like, yo, like my heart is going crazy. You gotta be like, yo, I don't know what's going on here. I'm like, it's me. I was
It's
ready,
me.
like somebody had me crazy. And I'm over there like no sleep, just up, heart pounding. She right there in the pallet with Chief and the Wives. And I'm over there in the back, just like heart pounding. I'll go down and talk to Master Price. Master Price talking about, just gotta let it go, bro. You gotta let it go.
Gotta let it go, bro.
Yeah.
That's my voice. Gotta let it go, bro.
And I'm like, yo,
Gotta let it go,
Price,
bro.
I'm gonna cry. I need to cry. I want to cry. Fuck this shit. I'm crying. I cried. And for like,
Then I cried.
for like 3 seconds, I do not cry. Don't cry.
Cancer moon,
I chose to. I wanted to feel it. And the very next day, we had the meeting where all the women came back. It was that very next day after I completely killed her in my mind. You know, we're like, all right, here you go. And now she's my wife. And it just, to me, I thought in the moment, the conversations I had with Chief was like, she's your chiefess. She's your queen. And the way I took that was, yes, she is. One day, she's going to be my one. She's going to be my empress that reigns over all my other wives. Zoka's going to be that. Zoka's going to be my female pillar. She is my chiefess. She is my queen. My chiefess is my queen. And I took possession of her then. That's when I really took possession of her. And you know, well, you can ask Chief. I don't know if you saw this online, but Chief knows.
It's still Baba G right here, baby.
Oh, Baba G. Oh, I see you above your eyes. So Baba G, look.
Yeah.
You know, I was still like, think she's your wife? Yes.
Baba G gonna do the rest of this interview.
Yo, all right, cool. We need Chief right here.
Period.
Word.
I was like, yo,
Word.
I believe she's mine. Yeah.
Right.
Every time it was asked, you really think she's your wife?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
He said, yes, I do.
do. I took complete possession of her, and to this day, that possession exists, and that's why there's so much intensity. Letting her go is probably going to be, it's a difficult thing. Look at my chart; it ain't
But,
nothing.
okay, so she comes to you. What happens?
Yeah. Should I talk about sex life initially?
What are you talking about?
So I killed Zoka in my head, in my mind. She became chiefess. Zoka was murdered in my head. Like I literally had to.
You said that already.
I literally had. This is important.
Keep saying it.
This is important.
Okay.
I literally had to do that. When she came back, we tried to have sex early on. Like, okay, it's me and you. We had the tent and everything. We were outside and we were trying to have sex, and I couldn't. Before it was nothing. After I killed her in my head, I couldn't even get hard. I was just like, bruh, like I couldn't even get hard for her. I never have this problem. I had this problem, and I realized I'm like, yo, like I just completely disconnected from you, and it was difficult. Like what for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, yo, this is weird. Like
I was like,
just a minute ago, the first day I'm with her, I'm hard as woo, and then all of a sudden, I'm mentally like, she doesn't exist to me, and that was hard. That was really hard to do. That took a lot of spiritual stamina. And I did it, and she came back. It was like we had to restart. It's like I just started getting to know her over again in a different way. The energy kind of reset, and we just get intimate quick, and sooner or later, we just bonded again, and then it became like nothing. It became like being with her was It was like Candyland. It was like being with Zucker was like, it was just like cloud nine. It was like a drug. It really was. And I seen bits and pieces of her masculine energy when we drank. And I noticed that we could, like, the issues we were going to have early on. And it was a dominant struggle. You know, she's very powerful. I also have that in me as well, and I'm not going to let myself be overpowered by somebody, so it became a dominant struggle. And that became one of the biggest issues in our entire relationship was her being very masculine and me taming that. And I did everything I could to tame that.
Dr. Bishop back here, buddy.
Hey, Doc.
Dr. Bishop back here, buddy.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yep.
When you were with Zoka,
Yep.
and be honest as possible, please.
I'm sorry.
Did Babaji ever interfere with your connection with Zoka when you were with her?
Babaji, he don't, if a woman's with another man, he don't really mess with that. He
Really mess with it?
Like, did he get away?
Does he? It's either he does or
He doesn't. He
Yes.
doesn't. He lets it be. He lets it do what it do. For real. Did he interrupt it? No. I wouldn't say he interrupted.
How about you? How do you feel?
He gave warning.
Does he get in the way?
No, because after I remember us being together, Babaji was not even in the picture. We was asleep in a tent. Like, we was not even around him. So it wasn't even.
Where's Babaji during your relationship?
Like, are you doing? Or
Wait, is he around in your relationship?
No.
Panama.
In the relationship, no. We're everything we're doing, you know. Velvet eventually, it worked. The whole tactic worked. Velvet actually ended up coming back. You know, she got starved of energy, and she eventually came back. And when she did come back, and the couples were back together, it's like Babaji, he was just focused. He's like his daughter. He was trying to secure that, and he wasn't really messing with the relationship. That wasn't something on the.
So when Velvet's around, everybody doesn't matter.
Yeah.
In a
It's
sense,
focused on
we were focused on.
like he's trying to build. He's
Yeah.
trying to build more daughters, more sons.
You want to know the truth?
Trying to
You
make
wanna know
sure
the
that-
truth?
At all times, we're looking for the truth.
Doc. the
No
truth
lies
is,
at all.
Velvet didn't do anything. It was Princess. We was focused on Princess. Princess stole the show.
That's a fact.
Princess stole the whole show.
Period.
And yeah, the relationships are there. That's not
That's
the
not his
spotlight.
focus.
The
That's not his
spotlight
focus at
is
all.
Princess.
You said that's not his focus?
Yeah, the focus is not on the relationships of those people or us.
We
And
utilized it. It was
it was
fun. We
yeah,
had
like
fun
he
with it.
gave us directions and how we should move and everything. And after that, he was focused on giving the knowledge and teaching and giving it to his daughter. Like that's
We were
making sure
organized.
that Velvet can confront her demons and make sure that like all the truth
Seems
is
like he really
spoken.
loves his daughter.
That's the whole
Oh,
fact.
gosh.
Yeah.
Like he would do anything for his daughter.
Yes, I see something similar, and the people will know. Doc, you should know too, Doc. I share something similar with Chief in the sense that I really want children, and this ended up becoming one of the next milestones in our relationship, my relationship with Zoka. Because having children was like, it's like a very intense desire for me as well. And I will say now on record, that desire led to a lot of me abusing our sexual relations. I feel like I was constantly trying to get her pregnant. I wanted to. And in one sense, you could say like, oh, it's to establish that she's mine, but it wasn't that for me. I really want children. That idea of having a son, having a daughter, building something, that right there is like all I really care about. I'm a Cancer moon as well. That right there is like, yo, that's my heart.
So you get her pregnant.
Down the line.
There's no doubt. You guys are together.
Well, down the line, yeah. But even then, it was lots of.
Even when
like,
Velvet left,
yeah.
You guys stayed together.
Yes.
She gets pregnant.
Yes.
Wait.
What's your mind?
This is a long
skipped the
time.
whole-
This is a lot of
We
time
don't
going
really
on.
need any. We want to get right to the
let's
meat
get
of
to
the
the point.
situation.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get to the point. We can talk about the whole relationship, but let's get to the point. She gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes, pregnant.
And then
What's your thoughts? Happiest
Well,
man on the planet.
I am, and that's the crazy part is that
Baba
I am.
G. What was his mind?
They were like, no, this is bad. Captain Trues, like, bro, no.
children are not the way.
No,
right
bro,
now.
learn from me, bro. And I'm like,
My child got taken. I was like,
I'm different.
yeah, this is a different. It's not how you guys think pregnancies or having a child is, because we're healing ourselves. That's what comes first.
You know, I do give Zoka major props in the sense that I don't take her as the type of female.
Where's the baby?
Okay, so
Where is it?
What happened to the baby?
all right, yeah. So we go through a 9-month
Full term.
term, and I'll drop a couple extra details today. We go through full term, 9 months. In these 9 months, you know, there's a lot of arguing, fighting, and I know what happened. I know what happened at the end of the day. We went to jail while she was pregnant. We was in Babylon. The child was conceived in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, outside of the tropics already. A lot of drama came around that. After 9 months, we're in Puerto Rico. We're here. It's time to have the child. I'll just go straight to it. We shooting a love video, and I don't know if you noticed, but I chose that day. Fuck everything. Fuck this Zolar. This that. Her name is Love. This baby Love. Called her Love, and I'm like, that's her name. Listen, do you not see it? It's written on her belly. I'm doing the music video. Her name is just Love. Baby Love. And that's what I called her, and that's what she became, and that's what she was gonna be named. And we get to the hospital, you know, the COVID, they won't let the whole family in, so it's just me and her. And she's throwing up. We're trying to figure out what's going on. You know, and there's just issues, there's a lot of issues and whatnot. And the people that are rushing, they're speaking Spanish, they're moving her over here, moving her over here. At the end of the day, when she was giving birth to the child, we discovered that she had died during labor. A contraction or whatever had choked her out. Not
Whatever?
Yeah, I think, we don't know if it was a contraction or if that's exactly what it was, but it choked her out. Somehow she got choked out. And she gave birth like to
So the doctor didn't tell you what was wrong at all, or what happened?
They didn't go into details with me. They just, you know, let me know this is normal. It happened.
Yeah, they didn't give us any
they
they
weren't
did
giving me
not
much
definitely even
information.
know what it was, why the child was not dead. She said heartbeat.
Before the child was even birthed,
Yes,
Yeah.
before it was even coming out. From
saying he couldn't find a heartbeat.
Yeah, they let us know that the oxygen, most likely the oxygen had got cut off.
Mhm.
And it happens during contractions or it could be something else. And yeah, she comes out full size. And let me tell you, she was healthy. Full grown, all her fingers, all her toes. She looked like Janae Aiko. Crazy. I was holding a hollow little baby Janae Aiko. And in that moment, like that's me. I was holding like a me, but I'm the soul, and that was really just the body. And it's like my soul was never really in there. It's like she never really cultivated my soul. And I knew in that moment, we can say this, that, what she's supposed to be, was this sign, that sign. I know what it was. I'm a Pisces, I'm a Gemini Pisces. I read symbols and dreams like nothing. Like simple, like Dr. Seuss literature, I read it. And what the truth is that Zoka did not and was resisting my soul, her majority of her pregnancy. She wanted things to be cool, but she was always back and forth, not sure. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I following my heart? Am I not? Am I this? Am I that? And what happened
that seems to be like Zoka's personality.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a Libra
She's a
sun.
Libra.
Aries Libra. Second house.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's definitely. I want to do the right thing all the time. I want to have balance. I don't want confrontation, even though I seem like a confrontational person because of my Aries energy. I just want it to be love, and I want to do the right thing, especially because I'm on this journey of self and knowing the 5 sciences and what's right and how a woman should be. I'm having all this knowledge within I'm feeling a type of way. It's like a whole bunch of like. So yeah, I'm very much in resistance. I was in resistance to him because I was feeling my masculine energy, and I was looking at Baba G, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing right? Like, the right thing is really what I want to do because I have a Sun trine Pluto. Sun trine Pluto, people really want to do the right thing, and it's hard for us not to do the right thing. It's like, if we don't want to do the right thing, it can become like a demon. So I probably use that against you too.
You disconnected from me. I remember I had a dream the baby had died actually. Yes. And in this dream I woke up in tears. I told you I don't cry.
Yeah.
I woke up in tears one night and I told her exactly what happened, that the baby had died. And I didn't know it actually happened, or it was gonna happen. I had a dream and I woke up in panic, like in the middle of the night, like, yo, I just had a crazy night and I was crying. I seen all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, I told her that moment I woke up with sweat, like just in panic, like, yo, you never talked to her. You disconnected from her. Do you even picture what she looks like? Do you even think about that? She's like, no, I never really thought about it. And so I realized that she never really was never really connected to it, for real. It was just, she went through with it, but it's like she never really wanted to. And she did it just to do it in a sense. Because there was she wasn't connecting to the child she was talking to. It's like doing it just to do it. And she did it well. But there was no soul. And that was the end result. Now, there's many levels where I can say I contributed. And many things that I learned about myself in this process. Number one, I didn't use her good at all. I abused the situation.
Question.
Very much.
Do you believe that you played a role, or Baba G played a role, in her having a miscarriage at all? You guys can answer it honestly.
So I see it, I'll make it short. I see it righteous because Chief, I call him Chief, Baba G, Chief, he constantly gave us warnings and let us know things that we probably don't go down that path. Trust me, I'm trying to help you. And he really was always trying to protect us and always trying to help us all the time. Me being hard-headed, her being hard-headed, us doing what we want to do, we ended up having to go through this experience all the way. Along that, we're being told, like, don't do it. And she's knowing that from everybody saying this. It's not even, I can't even say it's just Baba G. Everybody's saying this. You know, frowning on it, like, yo, there's hibiscus, there's a symbol, and none of this stuff ever happened. But it's like, she's like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have this baby while having the baby. And so I think that contrast right there allowed her to create the body for the baby, but with no soul.
Wait a
It's
minute.
not a universe of liberty. So did Baba G play a role in it? I wouldn't say any more than everybody else did. Everybody else was saying the same thing. There's nothing he literally did. He actually made sure she was healthy. She made sure she was eating all the time. We made sure she got massages and she was pampered, taken care of. She had her own space.
The whole time
Yeah, she was taken care of by Baba G.
The whole time during the pregnancy, it was times when I had to go to the doctor, and Mom was like, "You have to go to the doctor." I was like, "I don't want to go to the doctor because I want to have a birth at home." And he would be like, "No, you're going to the doctor. You're going to the doctor. No ifs and buts." So I went, and they was always saying, "Healthy. Oh, she has a strong heartbeat. Yes, it's gonna be a girl." They're always giving us positive feedback. So it was like, okay. So from then, it was always good feedback from the doctors in which we seek to get knowledge information from. And yeah, I thought about having an abortion. I thought about not having a child.
Yeah.
Because I was like, do I really want to have this child in the tropics? I'm really on the knowledge of understanding, because as a woman, you have to be logical sometimes. You have to allow yourself to be objective.
We both thought about that a couple of times.
Do you think that people determine outside of killing the baby straight out?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think people have the effect if that baby's going to survive or not?
Of course.
Who determines if the baby's going to?
Belief in biology are directly connected. You're talking about making a baby, that's biology. You're talking about cells. You're talking about information. This is directly connected to beliefs.
What about crack babies?
I believe that.
What about that? What about crack whores that have babies?
It's like.
What about people that don't want the baby but still have the baby anyway? What about people that couldn't be pregnant at all by the doctors saying it and they still get pregnant and go through the full terms? What about people that do drugs, smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol that still have babies?
The next level of symbolism from Gemini.
Are you the determined factor if life is going to come through outside of you just completely stopping it from coming through? Or is it the universe's fate that decides?
Yeah.
So let's take y'all. Most High Chief Baba G is going to take you into knowledge. I'm going to take you into knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You already wrote it. This ain't something new. This ain't something that we could have. Oh, I want this to happen, or I don't want this to happen. It don't matter.
So why are you trying to say?
What's
Why are you
gonna
trying to
happen,
determine it to be the cause then? Why are you making up things that could make it be the cause rather than saying this is the fate of the situation?
The fate of the situation is that I have Pluto in the 5th house.
You blame yourselves. You blame
It's a
the
fact.
atmosphere. You blame the environment. You blame all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yet what will be will be.
Mm-hmm.
What's happened, happened. What do we...
So the universe is always trying to help. The universe is actually always promoting.
What is the
You,
symbol
your higher
of
self.
of you guys birthing a dead baby?
So this is what I always come up with, because it's a part of me, and the part of me that it is I've done deep. I had to. Pluto 5th house, North Node 5th house, and it's in Scorpio in a normal placement. So you know what that means. Scorpio and Leo together. That's death and children. And what it's telling me to do, the message that came through to me, was to just nurture my own inner child. I don't need to have a child to be a father to take on that energy. What happened was the universe did us a favor in the sense that, okay, look, now because you don't have a child, you have time to develop your creativity. You have time to develop your sense of self and who you are. But you had to go through that first. So I say this, Zoka pushed me through my Pluto with that baby. That was me.
So
that
your body language is changing. What's going on?
I'm thinking deeply about what he's saying, but also about what I'm thinking, because I went to just the depths of it, that the dead child represented that the relationship was dead.
No soul.
It had no purpose, it had no
Yeah.
zealousy.
Why did you guys break up?
Why didn't we?
Why did you guys break up?
So the last conversation that I had with her about this, really, before we went through a process of breaking up, it's been a process of breaking up. The conversation I had with her was basically, I'm not using you how you should be used. I took all the blame and put it on myself, and basically said, look, she expressed to me that the only and this bugs me to this day, and this is a part of my North Node. I just have to look at this as something that's happening for me. I have to. She hates it, and she gets mad when I start trying to be extra macho or trying to be this or that instead of just being myself. And she always knows when I'm not being myself. And that was the major turnoff consistently throughout our relationship. And towards the end, that's what was really expressed to me. It's like, bruh, like I wanted to be with Solar, but Solar ain't here. You trying to be Baba G. I wanted to be with Solar. That's why I came for it. That's why I came for it. It's like that's why I fell in love with. I fell in love with Solar, where he at. And so that like to this day is a thorn in my ass, because I know I can do that. I know I can sometimes try to be something more or something different than what I am. I'm balanced between masculine and feminine. And when I try to be over masculine, it's like, what are you doing? And then when I'm being too overly feminine, it's like, bro, I don't respect that. But
Isn't that who you are?
Me, who I am, is balanced.
Yeah, but isn't that who you are?
No.
It says in the chart that you are.
That's not all it says.
Knowing your main elements of your sun and moon together.
Sun and moon, it says that. It says moon. It also says that so what Doc is talking about is that it says that.
Zoka, speak your mind.
Go ahead.
I remember the day we had a shift. It was the December 21st thing. How it's going to be a shift in the environment. We got our new charts, and this is going from the houses only. And when we read the sun and moon differences, sun and moon combination with solar, it really shifted me and showed me a lot about himself that he was hiding, with him trying to be something that he isn't or pose as something as he isn't. And that's what I always picked up on, like you just spoke on. And it kind of took me aback, because I was like, am I really in a relationship with a person that I thought I was with, or am I in a relationship with someone that he's trying to be for me? And I don't like that. Right. I like realness. I like authenticity. I like to know what I'm getting into, and that's not what it seemed like in that moment. So it seemed like a twilight zone. So for us in carbonation, that definitely was a shift for the 21st. And since then, after that, we had the child. So it was like a whole bunch of, I guess, awakening moments of maybe this is not meant to be, because if it was, it would be. It would simply.
Let's take some calls. It says fail to connect because you cannot have guests on live mode.
Try closing and opening it up now, like you switch panels.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going tonight?
All right, I'm doing good.
All right. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Just about 3 or 4. So the first one is for Solar. So I want to know how Solar feels about uh Chief
Please bring
sleeping with
Solar
his.
and Soga some water, please.
I wanna know how Solar feel about Nature Boy sleeping with Zoka. Do you have any resentment?
No. I'm sure she's had sex before she came here. I'm sure she's had sex plenty of times in her life. I'm sure people have sex. To be mad that somebody had sex with someone else is weird. Now, if it's sneaky and it's like behind your back and it's unrighteous, then I can see that. But it was never that. It was always understanding, and we were always. She was where she wanted to be at any time, and it was clear. We have meetings before we even
Okay.
change relationships.
Okay. All right. I got two more questions, Chief. Okay. This one is for Baba G.
You're
Okay. So I want to know, so why can't Pice, Musa, and Kite have a wife? Or are you going to add more women for them? Because I mean, I know they're single too.
y'all. You know what? Y'all niggas sound like weirdos to me, dog. I wish you would understand what you saying, dog. How the
No, I
fuck
was
can
just
I? No,
curious.
hold up. Don't talk, dog. Don't talk. Listen. How the fuck can I give somebody a wife, dog? How the fuck? Y'all niggas is so fucking weird. How the fuck can I give you a fucking wife, dog? Think about that, my nigga. Either she fucking with you or she not, dog. You can't stop that. Y'all niggas is bugged. How can you give somebody a wife? How?
That's true.
How the fuck can I give you a wife, my nigga? Either she choosing or she not. She gonna do what the fuck she wanna do. Dog.
Okay, I have one more
Niggas is
question if you
weird.
don't
What's
mind.
that question, my nigga?
Okay, I have one more question if you don't mind.
Man.
Okay, so I heard you say that the women come for you, but Zoka came for Solar just like Sky came for Kite. So I want to know, you say the women can be whoever they want to be with, you know what I'm saying? And I want to know, so you don't feel like they sleep with you just because of they in fear they can be going home?
Fuck no, bro. I mean, and if that's the case, that's some weird shit. What are you talking about, bro?
I mean,
In
because
fear that they're going home? What in fear? Like, I mean, my nigga, think
that
about
you're
what you
gonna
just
send them
said.
home because Sky had came for a kite
No,
and you
Scott didn't
couldn't
come
sleep
for
with
Kite.
her.
Scott, if you knew what, if you was watching, Scott came for three hots in the Kite. She didn't even like Kite. She said, you wasn't watching that episode, really, was you? Scott came and she left and told you what she came for to be a spy. She told y'all niggas.
I'm still here.
Okay,
Sky
okay,
did
but
not
what?
come for him. She was a spy, my nigga. She came for refuge. The bitch came to come here for three. She was in Chicago, had a bad life, and looked at a carbonation as a way of living and eating, nigga. And
Okay,
bruh,
so you said Zoka. Okay, well Zoka came for Solar. So why did
they were
Zoka have to
together.
sleep with?
And I couldn't
Why?
get in the way of that. And I couldn't get in the way of that.
But why did Zoka have to have sex with you? Uh, that's what I'm curious. Why did Zoka have to have sex with you if she came there for Solar and they can be with whoever they want to be with? And also you said what's for you is for you. So
Right.
she came for
Even if
them,
I
and
try to take your girl, dog, guess what's gonna happen?
I'm listening.
She gonna come to you, dog. I can't stop that shit.
But you might send them home. You don't think that's why they in fear of getting sent home when they
What are
didn't
you talking about, nigga? You could
study?
go with if nigga. I'm trying to figure out in fear of going home, bro. Is it that good here?
Yeah, I mean they came for their spiritual journey. They probably came for their
Right. What
spiritual
I'm saying
journey.
to you, then what the fuck is they coming for a relationship for? Did they come for a spiritual journey or relationship? Which one?
They came because they knew the knowledge. They passed the test.
Right. And they
But when
came
they
for a
got
spiritual
there,
journey. Do you know what a spiritual journey is, sir?
not really.
Okay. So when you say fear to go home, you don't even know what you're talking about. Because if they came for a
But
spiritual journey, they ain't come for no damn relationship. They came to
oh,
find themselves.
okay, so they are in relationships.
What I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, the relationship is even a journey within yourself.
Yeah, so I'm just curious, why do you have to sleep with every woman that comes there? Because I know those do, regardless of they gonna say it because you're their chief. I know they hold some resentment, because you slept with her. Just how you look at Afro, because
At the
she
end of the
went back
day,
to
you got to
Cali.
realize this: these women want to sleep with me.
I understand that, Baba G,
So what
but
the hell you want, bruh? Go on with the
I'm talking
bullshit,
about
bruh.
your.
Go on with. Come on, bruh. You act like I'm making these women sleep with me, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Keep telling them, niggas. Keep asking that shit. Hey, how you doing, Lisa? How's it going?
How are you?
All right.
Okay. I have a question for both of you, Solar and Soka. Do you think if your baby would have survived, you guys would have still been together?
I can answer for me. I feel like I would have been in Mama Sheba and Captain True's position.
How about you, Solar?
I think that the baby wouldn't have made us stay together. No, I think that if we was to stay together, it wouldn't be because of a child. It would be something with more depth.
Trust me, I tried it over and over.
Okay, thank you. I was in that same situation and had 3 kids from someone, and it still didn't keep us together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids don't keep you together.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was running with my kids because he was a psycho.
Okay.
Okay. Love
All
myself.
right.
Look,
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, bud? Hey, I'm calling out Milwaukee, buddy. Hey, I'm good, man. Can you hear me really good? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
wow.
not sure if I can hear you, but
Oh, wow. No weapon formed, I guess, huh? Protected by the ether.
Hey everybody.
How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Mississippi.
Okay. What's your question?
I have a I have a question for Zoka. Do you think you're still in love with Solar? Because it just seems like, you're saying one thing, but it's like when he give off a response, it's like,
Hold on.
he
Stop,
doesn't.
stop, stop, stop. True. Now, why is you talking like that to whatever? Which I know is one of my main contributors.
Forever throw it down.
Whatever is throwing it down for us. Why are you calling her a bitch?
What?
Why you doing that? Why? Hold on, True. I caught your ass, nigga. Hold up, bro. I owe him that one. What? Hold on, whatever, because I don't want him disrespecting you unless y'all playing. Y'all playing?
Are you talking to me, Nature
Oh,
Boy?
they playing. Okay, because I'm like, hold on, bro, because I know what happened with another woman. So I was like, okay, y'all playing. Okay, I like, hold on, you ain't gonna take whatever, goddamn. She be coming through. But go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask Zoka, like, does she still have feelings for Solar? Because when she gives off a response and he answers a question, it's almost like, she looks at him like, I know you don't feel that way. I think, like, I want to know, does she still have feelings for Solar? Because it just seems that way. Like, she can't stop locking eyes with him. So that's what I want to know.
I got love for Solar. We created a soul together. Like
Okay, so if still feel that way, then
What
why
love?
be in a situationship with
For him,
Nature
I think
Boy?
I'm in love with him.
What's love for him?
But
I
it
just
seems like
have
you're
understanding for the
confused.
person that he is. I have an understanding for who he is as a person. Because love is understanding.
So so basically you're confused. You don't know who you want to be with.
No, I definitely know who I want to be with. That's Baba G. I wouldn't have a dead child and certain symbols that show me that I need to be on my righteous path with my higher self. So I'm not
But it
confused at
just
all. But I do have love for him. Why would I have not? Why would
Michi,
I hate him?
Michi, I can't help but to ask you this.
okay, go ahead.
Are those children in the background?
Does it matter?
Yes, because you're kind of like being a hypocrite in this moment.
How am I being a hypocrite when they basically almost had a child together and you came in between that? You're the hypocrite.
Okay, so basically,
It
what
just
I'm
seems
saying,
like you're a sleeper.
I
It just seems like you asleep with anybody, Nature Boy.
what I'm saying is,
And you can clearly
I guess what I'm saying here is, I guess you have children. You need to. And they seem more important. This seems more important than your own children. What raises a problem for me, and it must not be a man there, because you're paying attention to something that has nothing to do with your children. You know, a lot of times we say it's bad that we didn't have children, or there was a miscarriage, and sometimes it's better that you don't have the kid and have a damn kid here that you're not even taking care of, because you have children and you're not even paying attention to them. It's just funny to me, you know. If you have a child but don't tend to them, well, hell, they're better off dead anyway. Most of you do not pay attention and give your children the proper attention that they need. It's just amazing to me how hypocritical we get so easily. I mean, there were literally about 3 children screaming in the background for your attention, and you are paying attention to something else, neglecting your own children. Unbelievable.
Hey, Doc,
What's going on?
I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
I caught her giving me a look. It's like I don't know what that was.
What kind of look was that?
It's
He was
like,
on his phone, so I was like, what are you on your phone for? That's what the look was for.
the phone vibrated and I looked to see what the notification was. And then I closed the beeper app. And then proceeded to lock my phone. Why would you that much energy like that? That was unnecessary.
Well, I think she might have been jealous that it might have been somebody he's talking to.
Oh my gosh, that is an extreme. That is not even what my mind went to. I was like, you're on his phone.
That's what you thought.
No, I didn't think that. I didn't know she was mad about the phone. I thought it was something she was saying or something else. Because she looked at me like in a moment. And this is the issue I have with Zoka. My relationship with Zoka is that she knows that she can. You said the opposite subconscious mind game, but she knows that she can mess with me, and she gives me certain looks. She do certain things where it's like you confidently get up here on the camera and it's be like, I want to be Baba G. Yep, Baba G. Yep, that's what I want to be. Yep. Stop fucking with me, man. Stop giving me them looks. That's weird. Stop playing with me. You know what you're doing. I want somebody who wants me. I need nobody playing with me like how you doing it. That's whack. If you for me, then you be with me. You be for me. Period. If you couldn't, nothing could change that. You eventually come back to me anyway. But if you want to sit here and play this game, play a mind game with me, I don't respect that. I respect that you stayed on the journey after everything that we've gone through. I respect that. I respect that you went through what you went through with me and still focused on the knowledge. I respect that. But these games on the side, I don't respect that. You know how I feel when you look at me and you smile.
this knowledge.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel when man, it's crazy. Because you know how our subconscious is. We can look at each other with the same thought and be like,
Okay, so I'm gonna look at you.
Don't play with me, bro. Don't be over here so confident and gung-ho. Oh, yep, I'm cheese white. Yep, I'm here. And then play with me.
Let's take another call.
I'm a good nigga. I'm a good soul.
Hey.
Would y'all want that?
Tell me.
Would y'all want that? This girl giving you signs and all this. She been with you for this long. Y'all went through this and y'all went through that. And then she's saying, no, I'm done with you. I'm going to go be over here. And she get over there and then she starts looking at you again. What, you trying to knock me off my path? What do you want to do? Because if you want to be with me, I'm going to take you back. You don't want to be with me, then stop playing with me. Look, I get it. I'm 1,000% for the mission. And next time I get with a woman, I'm gonna use that shit right, because I don't learn my lesson many times. I've been my own mother. For a minute right now. I've done it before. I'm going back into it. I want my women, and I want my wives. I don't need them now. I don't need them 10 years. I don't care when it happens. When it happens, I need it to be right. If you my woman, then be my woman. If you not, then stop fucking with me. Stop playing with me. You know my heart. Play with the people. Play with yourself. You ain't playing. You can't, bro.
Play with your pussy.
Play with your pussy.
Don't play with me.
Play with your, don't play with me. I'm not a PlayStation. I'm serious though. I'm serious.
Somebody said she loves Solar. She just using Baba G as a tool to make him jealous. They said, don't suppress your feelings, mama. It's evident you are.
Let me express something to y'all. Y'all can have a concept and understanding of loving someone and having a friendship with someone. Me and Solar got a deep connection with the friendship. Like, I understand who he is and his being of energy and how he reflects me back to me. There's also ways that you can escape yourself through that and not totally sit with yourself and see that this person can be feeding your void, wanting you to be something, or I expect you to be like my dad, or I expect you to be like my mama. I'm not gonna be that for you. I'm on this journey of self because I came here for the knowledge. He spoke the knowledge, he gave me the knowledge. Anything else after that was just addition. Point blank, period. You have a connection, you have a just moral purpose in this life that's beyond a relationship with a man and a woman. And that comes with yourself and with healing. With me, I get a lot of triggers and things that's brought out of me from being in this relationship with Baba G. Same with you.
How's it like being with Baba G?
It is like being alone. You do what you need to do. You execute your job because Baba G is a mastermind. He's not with no chit chat, patty whack, emotional. Nah, you get the emotional situations with him. You get the in-depth talking about your feelings. Baba G's like straight to the point, logic. I told you to do this. Listen, do what I tell you to do. You're my piece. You move when I tell you to do it. And be able to listen to the sound voice of your head. If you don't do that, why are you being said that this is your higher self, this is your Messiah? The other day, I was told to dance with Solar. I should have got up and be like, facts. Dance with him. Made it look beautiful for y'all. Why don't I? Because I have white supremacy in me. That's what you guys see. It's that masculine energy of me. White. I can have a trauma with being with the light-skinned man, yes. Because I've been told that my skin wasn't nice and it wasn't good. So of course I look to the light skin, I'm like, oh, your hair.
You don't like because my hair. Why are you playing? Don't die. She ain't like because. Come on, she ain't like because I'm light skinned.
Yo.
My hair was crazy when you see me. My shit fine now. Just nah. Wait. You tried. The message stands. The message remains. Yeah. The message remains. You ain't like me for my hair. Some other things there other than the head. All right.
Well, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about what you
Fuck y'all.
think.
How about that, bitch?
Let's take a call.
I need some more water.
Oh,
No,
why?
no,
She
no,
said
no,
why?
I'm good,
She
I'm
said
good,
why?
I'm good, I'm good. Perfect.
Can't hear anything.
Oh, I need that.
I'm sorry.
Hey y'all.
Peace, God.
So earlier I came and asked the question to Sheba and them, but I ended up getting cut off.
Peace,
Hey,
But
okay.
that's
Kenny.
okay. We can
What
talk
up,
about
Kenny?
it later.
What you
Hey
need?
Solar. Solar,
What
you
up?
know I got a lot of love for you, Solar.
You don't.
Don't let the people pin you against
Go
me.
on with the bullshit. Let's hear it.
We family. Y'all know I'm the chiefess. Stop playing. Okay, so listen, I have a question and a comment. Now, my first question is, so I too have lost a child, and it just so happened it was my very first daughter, right? And like the circumstances I got pregnant were rough. So it wasn't necessarily where I planned for the baby. Like I wasn't happy about being pregnant or whatever. But when she passed, I was really sad. But what I did was how I opted to deal with her death. Sometimes I regret it and I wish I can go back and do things differently. So my question to you is, did you guys have a funeral service? And if not, or like what did you do to memorialize her death? And if you didn't, do you ever wish that you could go back and do things differently? I also have a comment after this question. And I'm not here to troll or be funny either. So don't let the comments make y'all be shady to me because I'm not off that. We talking about a child and something that's really serious. And this ain't nothing to troll about. Okay? Yes,
So
ma'am.
look. Go back. We don't look at things the way people in Babylon look at things. Number one, you have to understand that when this happens in a
Did you
hospital,
guys have a service for her?
hold on real quick. The process is they take the baby in the hospital, number one. So it's like that was already done. We left the house, just me and her.
Wait, they
So
took the
we went back to
baby?
the house. Hold on, y'all can't talk all the time. Quiet.
No, I'm trying to understand you. I
Yeah,
don't want to talk. I want to
listen.
understand
You
you.
gotta listen. So look, both go back to the house. And we don't look at things the same. We like, all right, transformation. What's the message? What's the lesson? We don't got time to sit around and grieve like most people do. So that's what a funeral service would really be, to sit there and to think about it. But we already have the answers. We already know how life works. We tell you every day how life works. We're not sitting there thinking about that and letting that consume our lives. We gotta move forward. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Yeah, I gotta work my time. Yes, right. And so, and then the second part of the question, would you do anything different? Yes. We teach a science of how to make gods. We teach a science of how to properly have a child and what to do. Epigenetics. The child was conceived in Georgia. I would never have a child outside of the tropics. I want my babies black. I got those genes in me, but they ain't gonna be activated if I'm in the wrong environment. I need to be in the tropics.
You're not gonna understand that.
Hey, that's what I would do different. I would apply the science to my life when it's ever even time to have a child. Those are things that I would do different.
Hi, you guys.
Hey,
Okay, which do you want both of us? I mean, which one you want to
go
talk
ahead,
first,
goddess.
or
You can
okay?
go ahead.
Okay. So I have a question for Baba G. My question is for Solar and a couple of the other fellas to express to you how they feel about the ladies. Um, has there ever been a time where you thought, hey, I know these women are attracted to me and they desire me, but out of respect for my brother or whoever they are to you that you call them, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime a woman wants to be with one of the other guys, I do not fuck with them ever.
Okay.
I do
Okay.
not do I when y'all were together, did I fuck with y'all?
No.
Did I even look at her?
Nope.
I stay the fuck away. When you watch me live every day, am I not in my own quarters? Do you see the guys hardly? I'm asking y'all. Every day when I'm on live, do you see the guys at all? You randomly see the guys. I'm in my quarters, living in my world. If they were together, you would never see Zoka because I'm in my world. I live up here, they live over there. So if any of the women want to be with the guys, they would be living over there with the guys. You would never see them really. Period. Bro, I do not fuck with them. Period. Y'all know that though. If you've been watching me, you've been following me, you see I'm on live every fucking day, bro. Every day I'm on live flirting with women. I'm not paying attention to another man's wife. Period. What's up, shorty?
Hello, Baba G.
How you doing?
Peace, Solar and Zoka. Hello. Um, I just wanted to say, I guess this question is for everybody. Um, how does it
Now
make you all feel that there are
Zine was
so many
different. I'm
people on
explaining
the
Zine.
app, that are against you all or trying to, you know, destroy your, the group that you have? I don't understand why that is going on.
People trying
I
to
can't say that I don't agree or disagree with what you all have going on, but I don't understand the trying to divide it or destroy it either.
because just like anything else, you judge a person by not who you think they are, but what they've overcome. It's the what makes a strong individual, what makes a valuable individual is what they have overcome in life. That's what makes you. When you're talking about a relationship, what makes a valuable relationship is not the relationship, but what the relationship can sustain. What can it go through together and still stay together? That determines the value of the relationship. When we talking about good clothes, why does Prada cost so much? Because when you wash it once, it's still going to be the same size. The quality of the clothes is what makes it valuable. But when you buy clothes from Walmart, you wash it once and you put it in the dryer and then you got to buy another shirt. So the value of the clothes or the value of anything is how resilient it is. The reason why gold is so valuable is because it's resilient and it allows us to be a conductor for electricity, and it can sustain a lot of pressure when it comes to being a conductor for electricity. So anything of value is going to be resilient. So whether it's a person and all that they went through and they overcame, or whether it's a relationship and all that it went through and all that it overcame, it determines its value through its resilience. Your resilience determines your value. So even as a group, Carbonation as a group has overcome so many adversities. The adversities are there to let us know our value. Because no matter what they've done to us, no matter what we've been through as a family, we stay together. No matter what, they might try to Solar against me. These relationships, they might try to, but they've never been able to stop me and Solar for what our relationship stands for. And that shows the world the value of carbonation. And anybody that falls away at the wayside, no matter what, the people that remain are the people that make carbonation valuable because of their resilience. You can now put value in this because of it's been through so much. So the people's job is to prove, is to put the pressure on us so that we can prove that what we have is resilient and valuable.
I agree. And you know, people are always afraid of what they don't understand either. Um, I had a comment for Zoka also. She said that she wanted you because you were a man that was, you know, you're pretty much like you're demanding, you know what you want, and you know all of that. And I just want to say to her, I feel like as a woman, you follow your man, and you should also be a woman who is like that as well. I feel like she uses a lot of words when she talks, so maybe just be straight to the point, like she says that you
Well,
are,
well, that's a
and that's
communicational style. Let me tell you something about these women. A lot of things you gotta learn about these women is this: they're dating men that are not as maybe mature as me. Let's say you're a woman and you're trying to figure yourself out, and you figuring yourself out through Baba G. You deal with another guy because he gives you a sense of attention. But outside of that, you and him are both lost. So you see, if the woman's objective is to be on a social and a spiritual journey, then how does it make sense to be with someone less mature than Babaji? It makes no sense because the goal of the matter is to find yourself. I'm gonna find myself through Babaji. These men are trying to find themselves through Babaji too. So why would I complicate my journey by entering a relationship with someone trying to find themselves through Babaji as I'm trying to find myself through Babaji? It's gonna be fucking confusing. So this is the issue that the women are coming up with, is that they came here to find themselves. And they get in relationships with dudes that's trying to find themselves. And they realize that shit, I need to focus on Babaji so I can find myself through Babaji, and so does the guys. So everybody's trying to come on this journey to find themselves. That's a spiritual journey. That's what the spiritual journey is. It's to find yourself and know yourself and develop yourself. How can I develop myself with a man trying to develop himself? And then when they come be with Babaji, they feel alone. Why? Because Babaji is not going to give you the kind of relationship that you get in Babylon. He's going to face you with yourself. Why? Because you're the only. Because if I'm going to develop you, you need to be on your own. So the women that come to me, they're on their own. How does it feel like being with Babaji? You're on your own. Why? Because that's the only way you can truly develop yourself. And if you're going to take this journey, this is what it looks like. It's not going to look like Babylon. There's your moment of clarity.
okay. Well, thank you for that, Baba G, and thank y'all for the content. And I'm going to continue to watch.
I'm going to give it back to the doc.
But y'all have a good day.
All right. Don't worry about it. All right,
Bye.
guys. Let's breathe in. Let that shit. Breathe in. Deep. Deep. That's an order. See? You're in
Stomach is full.
Come on. No, breathe in for real. There you go. You're in resistance.
I did it the first 2 times.
It's your journey. Y'all don't listen to me. Fuck that. You don't listen. Your suffering and your pain will come from your resistance to the things that I guide you to do. This is why we look bad as a unit. This is why we look bad on TV, because each and every one of you are rebellious. I tell you to do things, you do not listen. And then I have to suffer for making the shit look bad when I've given you the advice that you were supposed to have and you didn't listen to me. Right?
It's true. It's true. That's why we here.
You know why you had a miscarriage? Because you didn't listen to me. I don't want to talk about this no more, because we're going to get blocked. We have to go to IG to talk about this. Because if we want to have a real nigga moment, y'all hard-headed as fuck, both of you. And you're hard-headed to each other. And you bump heads because you're both trying to figure yourself out. And you're both underdeveloped and you're bumping heads with each other. Because both of those attitudes that you have that keep you back from doing what I tell you to do and guiding you, you bring those things together and those things clash. When they clash, you have what you have. You're in resistance not only to your journey and the knowledge that I'm giving you, but you're also in resistance to each other. So you're in resistance. Just like you said, I was confused. I don't know if I wanted to do the right thing, but I don't know if I'm doing the right thing because I didn't listen to biology. Yeah. So you had a clusterfuck of emotions going. No one can see this from the outside looking in. I know what's going on and you know what's going on. And instead of you explaining it like that, you sat here and made excuses about everything else, but instead of taking responsibility, say, I am in resistance to my journey for coming here, my reason to come here. I did not come here to be with Solar, or did I? Did I come here to find Solar, or did I come here to find myself?
Myself.
I came by myself.
That's why when you're with Baba G, am I all in your face? Am I all up in your face, girl? No. Baba G is Dolo. You are on your own up here. You have to develop your own talents and gifts.
Right.
You are down there on your own. Developing yourself as a man. See, everybody's trying to look for someone to run from themselves. But nobody wants to face themselves. That's who we're all running from, ourselves.
And that's what it's about. Yeah.
But the spiritual journey is an inward journey. It's a solo journey. Solar. The spiritual journey is the journey within you. That means it's about you. There's no more pointing the fingers. Because when you point the finger, you miss the point. I've taught you all of these things. It's one thing to train you how to fight. It's another thing for you to apply that during the fight. Soon as you get hit, boom, you lose all the training. Nigga, God damn it. What happened? Remember we had one jab, star. What happened to jab, star? You got hit, boom, oh shit. Niggas start throwing the fucking hooks. And whoa, that's not what I trained you to do. That's not what we trained to do. You're steady getting hit right now as we speak and not using none of the knowledge. And I make you say that knowledge over and over and over and over. I make you say it over and over. Go to his page on IG. I make you repeat that knowledge over until you subconsciously know it. So that when the moment comes, it will be second nature.
Right.
But no. Every time the moment comes, you got here's a little test for you. Here's a little hot toddy for you. Put a little pressure. I couldn't take it. I felt it. I had to feel it. I was crying. Ooh.
That's what happened.
See? This is the real deal. Now you got your test. Fuck all that shit you talking about online. You talking all that shit online. Listen, you gotta face your demons. Yeah. You're talking to yourself. You're training yourself for this moment. And you did all that training, all that talking, all that pushing out that knowledge, and here we are. It was all good on the video. You're not doing that for anybody else. Those videos are to convince yourself what to do.
Right.
That's why I said keep the knowledge. Because if you keep the knowledge, you keep teaching it, it becomes you. You have to fully consume yourself with the knowledge. And then in the moment, it will come out of you. It will be one with it. It would be your natural response because it's subconsciously programmed. The more you teach it, the more you eat it, sleep it, drink it, everything, always the knowledge. This is why I said must that you proclaim the kingdom. You have to teach it. Because when you teach it, you become it. But you're in resistance to the very thing you teach. Because soon as you're hit with your traumas, with your mother's traumas, with your father's traumas, you're hit with those generational curses, boom, everything gets wiggly. I don't know what to do. So these people are watching the spiritual journey in black people doing it real time.
Right.
They don't know what they're looking at. Though seeing, they cannot see. Though hearing, they cannot hear. For the prophet of Isaiah is upon them. The prophecy of Isaiah is upon them. They can't see what's going on. They only can see them. When they look at you, they can only see it through what they have experienced and what they know. They don't understand the real reason behind what we're doing. They see Babylon shit. But they don't see what's actually being presented. They can't see. They're blind.
With the medicine in your food.
It's not meant for them to see. They're not chosen. And they're not even real. You are. You're the one with the soul. Because you have the mind of the kingdom. You have the secrets of the kingdom that's been given to you, but hasn't been given to them. You are supposed to lead them out of captivity. How? How in the moment you're crying, you're out of pocket. This is why all the women want to be with Babaji, because they want to get closer to themselves and better themselves. Right. And they know. But to y'all, you see us and you saying, he got all the bitches. And we play your game. But the truth about it is, they're all on a spiritual journey. They decided to come here for self-development, self-improvement. How you going to be in self-improvement with another motherfucker in self-improvement? That's why the girls are upstairs and the guys are downstairs. So there's less confusion in developing yourself as a person before you're even in any kind of relationship. So you see, when you're really in a relationship, when you really are ready for a relationship, you won't even want one.
Exactly.
Because you'll be so in love with yourself, you'll be so busy that a relationship might be in your way.
Point blank.
A relationship is no longer just a relationship no more. A relationship becomes business. Yep. Well, how can I use this toward my goals and ambitions and purpose for existing in this plane of existence?
Yeah.
That's love.
You have to find your purpose first. Your purpose is in your gift. You have to develop your gift. You have to develop you first. You need to take time to yourself, by yourself, and develop you. When you develop you, you won't even have time for a relationship. Every woman I'm with, I'm utilizing her toward my goals and ambition. And that's the only way I can be with you. Yeah. You're a tool toward what I'm doing. My relationships are no longer just selfishly filling a void. My relationships are for political reasons, for humanitarian reasons. My relationships are here to fight white supremacy.
Period.
My relationships are no longer just some romantic fling, but it has a purpose that it becomes a weapon to heal humanity. It has a purpose. It's not just to fill or fulfill some empty void from my childhood traumas. See, I worked on myself and developed myself, and I'm okay with myself to the point where I don't have to accept just anything out of my traumas. I have natural desires. Shit, I want to have sex. But with who? With whom am I allowed to? I might talk shit, but ain't no woman here that ain't under my teachings. I might be online talking shit, but for a woman to get here,
Yeah.
it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So fuck what you heard is what you hearing. You have to develop yourself by yourself. Why? Because you're hurt. And hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
Once you get it, you got it. You got it. But even when you got it, even the teacher is still learning. As I'm teaching you, I'm becoming a better teacher. I'm becoming. We're all becoming. The teachers have it the worst because they're steady learning how to be good teachers. They have the heaviest of burden on their head.
That's real.
Because everything falls on them. But remember I tell you, what person is, it's your resilience gives you your value. What you can go and make it through and bounce back and get up gives you your value. A watch, if you just hit it and it breaks, there's no value to it. But if it takes a tick and it keeps on licking, if it takes a licking and it keeps on